The school was quiet that morning. Too quiet. Students sat in their seats, waiting for class to start. Some were tired. Some were bored. Some were scared for no reason they could explain. Ira sat near the back of the room. She looked normal. Brown jacket. Simple shoes. Calm face. No one knew she was from a Deathworld. The teacher was talking about history, but no one listened. Suddenly, a chair moved. A boy stood up. His name was Len. His hands were shaking. His eyes were red. He was breathing fast. "Era," he said. The room froze. Students turned their heads. The teacher stopped talking. "What is it, Len?" The teacher asked slowly. Len did not answer. Instead, he reached into his bag. Metal flashed in the light. A knife. Someone screamed. Another student cried. The teacher stepped back. "Put it down," the teacher said. "Please." Len laughed. It was not a happy laugh. "They don't listen," he said. "No one ever listens." The knife pointed forward. Not at the teacher. At Era. Era looked at the knife. Then she looked at Len. She did not scream. She did not move. She smiled. It was a small smile. A calm smile. That smile made Len pause. "Why are you smiling?" He shouted. "Aren't you scared?" Era stood up slowly. Her chair made a soft sound as it moved back. Students shouted at her. "Sit down." "Are you crazy? Don't move." Era did not listen. She looked around the room. She saw fear. She smelled fear. It reminded her of home. On her Deathworld, fear was normal. Fear kept you alive. She looked back at Len. "Len," she said softly, "put the knife down." Her voice was calm. Too calm. Len's hands shook more. "They ruined my life," he said. "They laughed at me. They ignored me." He stepped forward. The knife shook in the air. Era did not move back. Inside her head, memories returned. Heavy gravity. Red skies. Monsters with too many teeth. On her world, children learned to fight before they learned to read. This was nothing. But she did not want to hurt him. "Not yet. Listen to me," Ira said. "You don't want to do this." Len's eyes filled with tears. "It's too late," he whispered. The teacher slowly reached for the emergency button. The red light turned on. Emergency. Signal sent. Security would come. But not fast enough. Len suddenly turned. The knife moved closer to Era. Time felt slow. Students held their breath. Era's smile faded. Her eyes changed. They became sharp. Focused. This was the look of a Deathworld survivor. She took one step forward. Len froze. "You called for help," Ira said quietly. "But not like this. What do you know?" Len shouted. Era looked at him. "I know what it means to be alone," she said. "I know what it means to be hunted." Her voice was still soft, but strong. Len's hand dropped a little. Outside the classroom, alarms began to ring. Footsteps echoed in the hallway. Security was close. Len panicked. "No!" he shouted. He rushed forward. The knife came up. In that moment, Era made a choice. She moved, faster than anyone could see. The air shifted. Students gasped. The knife never reached her. Everything went black. Narrator. Low, serious voice. This was not an attack. This was a cry for help. But the Deathworld girl answered it. In her own way. The room was silent. Too silent again. Students were still standing. Some were crying. Some were frozen in fear. The knife was on the floor. Len was on his knees, breathing hard. His hands were empty now. Era stood in front of him. She did not touch him again. She did not smile now. Security guards rushed in. "Hands up!" One guard shouted. Ira slowly raised her hands. Len looked up at her. His eyes were wide. "How?" he whispered. "You didn't even move like a normal person." Era said nothing. The guards took Len away. He did not fight. He did not speak. As he passed Era, he looked at her one last time. There was no anger in his eyes, only fear. Later that day, Era sat alone in a small room. White walls, bright lights. A woman stood in front of her. She wore a galactic authority badge. "My name is Officer Hall," the woman said. "You are Era of Deathworld Class 7, correct?" Era nodded. "Yes." Halle looked at a screen. "You reacted faster than our cameras," Halle said. "You stopped a knife attack without killing the attacker." She paused. "That is not normal." Era folded her hands. "On my planet," she said, "this was slow." Halle looked up. "Tell me about your planet." Era closed her eyes. The memories came back. Her world had a red sky. The ground shook when creatures moved. Gravity pressed down on every step. If you were weak, you died. Children trained every day, not for sport. For survival. We did not have schools like this, Era said. We had shelters. She remembered her first lesson, run or fight. Choose fast. "I was 6, she continued. A creature entered our shelter. Her voice stayed calm. It killed 3 adults. Hollow swallowed. "What did you do?" she asked. Ira opened her eyes. "I survived." That was all she said. Outside, students whispered, "The girl is dangerous." She smiled when he pulled the knife. "She's not human." Some were scared. Some were curious. One boy sat alone at a desk. His name was Evan. He watched the door where Era had left. "She saved us," he said quietly. No one answered him. That night, Era stood by her window in the dorm room. The city lights looked small. Safe, too safe. She touched a thin scar on her arm. A memory. On her death world, scars were normal. Here, people stared at them. She did not want to be feared. She just wanted to learn to live. A soft beep sounded. A message appeared on her screen. Unknown source, Deathworld girl. "We saw what you did. You should not have shown your strength." Her eyes narrowed. Another message followed. "This school is not as safe as you think." Era slowly smiled. Not the calm smile. Not the friendly one. The Deathworld smile. "If you are hunting me," she whispered, "you should come prepared." Outside her door, footsteps stopped. Someone was listening. Narrator. Quiet. Warning tone. She stopped a knife with ease. But the galaxy had noticed her now. And something far more dangerous had just answered her call. The hallway was empty. The lights were dim. Era stood still in her room. Listening. Someone had stopped outside her door. She could hear breathing. Slow. Careful. Not a student. Not security. On her death world. This sound meant only one thing. A hunter. Era did not move. She did not reach. For the door, she waited. Seconds passed. Footsteps moved away. Silent. Too silent. Era walked to the door and locked it. She sat on her bed. Her heart was calm. That scared her more than fear. The next morning, the school felt different. Students looked at Era when she walked by. Some moved away. Some stared. Some whispered. "The knife girl." She smiled. "She's dangerous." Era kept walking. She did not look angry. She looked tired. In class, no one sat next to her. Except Evan. He pulled a chair and sat down. "You saved us," he said. Quietly. Era looked at him. "People don't like being reminded they are weak," she said. Evan nodded. "I know." The teacher entered. Class began. But Era felt it again. That feeling. Eyes on her. Watching. Far below the school, in a dark control room. Screens lit up. A man leaned forward. He was not human. His eyes were long and black. "She is confirmed," he said. "Deathworld origin. High threat." Another voice answered from the shadows. Why is she here? To study humans, the first said. To see why they survive everything. A third voice laughed softly. Then let us test her. During lunch break, alarms suddenly rang. Red lights flashed. Students screamed. Everyone stay inside. A voice shouted. The floor shook. Era stood up. This is not an accident, she said. Evan looked at her. How do you know? Because they are too quiet, she replied. The windows shattered. Smoke filled the hall. Shapes moved inside the smoke. Tall, thin, wrong. Students ran. Era did not. One creature stepped forward. Its voice was sharp. Deathworld girl, it hissed. Come with us. Era stepped in front of the students. No, she said. The creature tilted its head. You are small, it said. You are alone. Era smiled. Not the Deathworld smile. A human smile. I am not alone, she said. The floor exploded. Security forces rushed in. Humans. Not fast. Not strong. But brave. The creatures attacked. Era moved. She did not fight like before. She adapted. She used desks, walls, human chaos. HFY. She shouted orders. Move left. Down. Now. Humans listened. The creatures fell back. They did not expect teamwork. They did not expect resistance. They retreated. Smoke cleared. Silence returned. Later, emergency lights glowed. The school was damaged, but alive. Era stood among humans, breathing hard. A guard looked at her. You should have run, he said. Era shook her head. If I run, she said, they chase. The guard nodded slowly. That night, Era received another message. Same source. Interesting. You fight like a human. Now. Her fingers tightened. She typed back. Who are you? The reply came fast. We are the reason your world burns. And you are the reason humans scare us. Era stared at the screen. Outside, the city lights flickered. The war had already started. Narrator, deep, warning voice. They came to test her. But they learned something worse. Deathworld strength plus human spirit is how legends begin. The school did not open the next day. Broken walls. Burn marks. Fear in the air. News spread fast. Alien attack. Deathworld girl. Humans fought back. Era stood outside the building with the others. She felt something new. Not danger. Expectation. Humans were looking at her differently now. Not just fear. Hope. Inside a temporary command room. Officers spoke in low voices. They tested us, one officer said. They will come again. Officer Halle looked at the screen. They chose a school, she said. They wanted panic. Her eyes moved to Era, but they failed. Era sat alone on a bench. Evan walked over and sat beside her. My hands wouldn't stop shaking, he said. I thought I would die. Era looked at him. But you didn't run, she said. Evan smiled weakly. I watched you, he replied. So I stayed. Era looked away. On her world, staying meant death. Here, staying meant courage. Humans were strange. That night, Era could not sleep. She heard the city, flying cars, sirens, life on her death world. Nights were quiet. Quiet meant predators. She checked the door, the window, the shadows. Then the lights went out. Total darkness. Era stood up. Her body was ready. Her mind was clear. Soft voice filled the room. Do not fight. The air shimmered. A tall figure appeared. No weapon. No armor. Just confidence. You are impressive, it said. You changed the outcome. Era's voice was cold. You should not be here. The figure smiled. You wanted to see, it said, why humans survive extinction after extinction. Era took one step forward. And now? She asked. The figure's eyes narrowed. Now we are afraid. In the city, humans were not sleeping either. Soldiers trained. Doctors worked. Engineers rebuilt. No panic. No surrender. They adapted. Fast. The alien watched the city through the window. This is why, it said quietly. They fall. They rise. Every time. Era looked at it. You attacked children, she said. The figure lowered its head. We attack weaknesses, it replied. Humans hide none. Suddenly, alarms screamed. Not school alarms. Citywide. Alarms. The alien stepped back. They are coming. Early, it said. Ira's eyes hardened. Good, she said. Alien looked at her. You would fight with them? It asked. They are fragile. Era answered without hesitation. They are learning. Outside. Ships appeared in the sky. Hundreds. The city did not. Run. Defense lights activated. Human voices filled the air. Orders. Plans. Unity.hfy.ai. RA walked toward the door. The alien stopped. Her. If you stand with them, it warned. You will be hunted forever. Era paused. Then she smiled. Not a Deathworld smile. A human one. And they should hunt faster, she said. She stepped into the light. Into the fight. Narrator. Strong. Rising tone. They thought humans were prey. They thought Deathworld's strength was enough. They were wrong. This was the moment. Humans stopped surviving and started hunting back. The sky burned. Human defense ships rose like a wall of steel. Not beautiful. Not advanced, but many. Too many. Alien fleets stopped moving. They expected screams. They expected chaos. They saw none. Inside a command center, human officers spoke fast. They outnumber us, one said. Another replied. Then we fight smarter. Screens showed ships changing position. Adapting. Learning. HFY. AIRA stood on a rooftop. Wind pushed against her face. Above her, alien ships hovered. Below her, humans moved like one body. No fear, only focus. She remembered her. Deathworld. Worlds like hers survived. Alone. Humans survived together. That was worse. For the enemy. An alien commander watched the humans. Why do they not retreat? It asked. A second voice answered. Because they never did. Data streamed across the screen. Human history. Wars. Extinctions. Rebuilds. After loss. Still standing. The commander was silent. These creatures, it whispered, turn pain into weapons. The first shot was fired. Not by aliens. By humans. A bright line cut the sky. Alien shields flared. Some failed. Ships fell. The galaxy watched. This was new. Era's communicator buzzed. Officer Hale's voice came through. Era, she said. We need you. Era replied instantly. Where? Anywhere, Hale said. They follow you. Era jumped. Not down forward. She landed on a moving transport. Soldiers stared at her. One whispered. She's with us. Morale rose. Inside an alien ship. Alarm screamed. They are copying our tactics. An alien shouted. They learned too fast. Another cried. A human boarding team broke through. No mercy. No panic. They moved with purpose. Era led them. Not as a weapon. As a guide. In space. The battle turned. Alien ships pulled back. Humans pushed forward. The galaxy sent messages. Observers. Traders. Empires. Watching. All recording. A broadcast. Began. Human signal. Clear. Strong. This is a human system, the voice said. You attacked our children. Silence. You will leave, the voice continued. Or you will learn why humans survive everything. The signal ended. The alien commander stared at the screen. Ira's image appeared, standing among humans. Not above them. With them. This one, the commander said slowly, is not the danger. It paused. They are. The alien fleet jumped away, not defeated. Afraid, the sky cleared. Cheers filled the city. Not loud, not wild, relieved. Era looked around. Humans smiled at her. She felt something. Warm. Belonging. Later, deep in space. Alien leaders met. We must warn the galaxy, one said. About what? Another asked. The first answered softly. Never corner humans. It looked at Ira's file. And never let a Deathworld survivor fight beside them. Narrator. Low. Powerful voice. The galaxy had many legends. But that day, it learned a new one. Not about monsters. Not about Deathworlds. But about humans, and why they are never the last one standing by accident. The city was still repairing its wounds. Broken towers. Burned streets. Quiet workers, but humans were calm. They always were after the storm. Era walked through the command hall. People stopped talking when they saw her. Not fear. Respect. Felt strange. On her Deathworld. Respect came only after blood. Officer Hall waited near the window. Her face was serious. Era, she said. We have a problem. Ira stopped. What kind? She asked. The political kind. Far above the planet. A massive ship appeared. Not a warship. A diplomatic one. Galactic seals glowed on its side. A message. Arrived. Formal request. The words were polite. The meaning was not. They want you. Halle said. Ira already knew. Why? She asked. Halle looked away. They say you are too dangerous, she said. They say you changed the balance. Era felt nothing. Then she felt anger. They attacked first, Era said. Yes, Halle replied. And you helped us win. That was the problem. In a large meeting room. Screens lit up. Alien faces appeared. Cold. Careful. Afraid. One spoke. Deathworld survivor Era, it said. You are requested for containment. Era stood straight. I live here, she said. Another alien answered. Humans influence you, it said. That makes you unstable. Era smiled. Small. Sharp. You are afraid, she said. Silence. Outside the room. Humans argued. They can't take her. She fought with us. She's one of us. Governments talked about peace, trade, threats. Numbers. Not people. Halle looked at Era. If you refuse, she said quietly, they may attack again. Era thought of the school. The children. Evan. She thought of her world. Burned. Ignored. Sacrificed. She had seen this choice before. That night, Era walked alone to the landing field. The alien ship waited. Lights. Open. Chains hidden behind smiles. She stopped. Human. Soldiers stood there. Unarmed. Blocking. The path. One stepped forward. Evan. You are not going, he said. Era looked at him. They will burn this place, she sighed. Evan shook his head. Then they burn it, he replied. But not without us. Others stepped forward. Civilians. Engineers. Teachers. Humans. Standing. Together. ARA. Single quotes. S. Breath caught. On her Deathworld. This never happened. No one stood for you. The alien ship sent a warning. Final. Request. Era raised her hand. The humans waited. She turned toward the sky. And spoke. Listen to me, she said. I am Deathworld born. Her voice carried. But I choose where I stand. Human defenses activated. Not Aggressive. Protective. HFY. The alien ship hesitated. Data. Streamed in. Human reaction probability. High. Cost. Unacceptable. They powered down. Slowly. They retreated. The landing field stayed silent. Then someone clapped. Then another. Then thousands. Era stood still. For the first time in her life. She was not alone by survival. She was chosen. Later that night, Era sat on a roof again. The city lights felt warmer now. Her communicator buzzed. New message. Unknown. Source. You rejected us. That was unwise. Era typed back one line. So was attacking humans. The reply came slow. Then this becomes war. Era looked at the stars and smiled. Narrator. Deep. Final warning tone. They tried to take her away. But humans did something worse. They stood their ground. And when humans stand together, even the galaxy steps back. The galaxy thought the danger had passed. Humans knew better. They repaired cities faster than expected. Ships were rebuilt. New weapons were tested. But this time, humans did not prepare in fear. They prepared in silence. Era noticed the change first. Training centers filled up. Not with soldiers only. Teachers. Engineers. Students. Normal people. Learning how to survive. How long have humans done this? Era asked Officer Halle. Halle did not smile. Forever, she said. Every time someone tries to end us. Era became a name, not a weapon. A symbol. Across human systems, her image spread. The Deathworld girl. Who chose us. Some aliens called it propaganda. Others called it a warning. Evan watched a broadcast with Era. They turned you into a flag, he said. Ira shook her head. No, she replied. They turned themselves into one. She understood now. Humans did not follow leaders. They followed ideas. And ideas were hard to kill. Far away. In a hidden council chamber, alien leaders argued. We should have taken her, one said. Another replied. We should have never touched humans. Reports filled the air. Human alliances growing. Neutral worlds offering support. Trade routes closing. All because of one choice. One school. One girl. A message reached Earth. Unknown origin. No threats. No demands. Just one sentence. We will remove the symbol. Era read it twice. They think this is about me, she said. Halle looked at her. It never was. Halle replied. The attack came without warning. Not ships. Not bombs. Information. False stories. Fake signals. Lies. They tried to turn humans against her. She is dangerous. She will bring war. Give her up. For 1 hour. The networks burned. And something unexpected happened. Humans answered. Not governments. People. Videos. Flooded the system. Teachers speaking. Students standing in broken classrooms. Parents holding children. She stood when we couldn't. She stayed. She chose us. Era watched in silence. Her chest felt tight. On her world. Truth died quickly. Here, it fought back. The alien council watched the data. Public support. Unbreakable fear tactic. Failed. One leader whispered. They do not forget who stands with them. Another whispered back. And they never forgive those who don't. That night, Era walked through the old school. Repairs were almost done. New walls. Stronger doors. But the same classroom. She stopped at the spot where the knife fell. She remembered. LENN. Fear. Pain. A desperate call. Humans had heard it. So had she. Evans stood at the door. You okay? He asked. Era nodded slowly. They think removing me will end this, she said. Evans smiled. They don't understand humans, he replied. Stories don't die? Era looked at him. For the first time. She laughed. A real laugh. Her communicator buzzed. Again, same source, but the message was different. Short, careful. We misjudged you. And them. Era typed one reply. You misjudged what humans become when threatened. No answer came back. Narrator. Steady, powerful voice. They tried to erase a symbol. But humans did what they always do. They remembered. And memory, in human hands, is a weapon. The galaxy waited. Not in fear, not in silence. Human systems were quiet. Too quiet. No threats. No warnings. No speeches. Just preparation. Alien fleets gathered far from human space. They did not move closer. They watched. They remembered. A school. A girl. A smile. One alien commander broke the silence. Humans do not show fear, it said. They show memory. Another replied softly, and memory changes how wars end. On Earth, Era stood in front of the rebuilt school. New walls. New doors. Same ground. Children laughed inside. Sound the galaxy never understood. Officer Hall walked beside her. They are asking for talks, Halle said. Era nodded. They always do, she replied. When force fails, the meeting was not on. Earth. Not in space. Neutral ground. Cold. White. Empty. Alien. Leaders sat on one side. Humans on the other. No. Weapons visible. Era stood between them. Not as a guard. Not as a threat. As a reminder. One alien spoke. This war is unnecessary, it said. Humans escalate everything. A human leader answered calmly. You attacked our children. Silence. Era looked at the aliens. You thought I was the danger, she said. You were wrong. She paused. You attacked weakness, she continued, and created unity. The word felt heavy. Unity. An alien voice asked, what do humans want? A human answered simply, never touch our young again. Nothing more. Nothing less. The alien leaders exchanged data, predictions, costs, loss. One future stood out, unacceptable. Era stepped forward. This ends now, she said. You leave human systems. And if we don't? An alien asked. Ira smiled. Not a Deathworld. Smile. Not a friendly one. A human smile. Humans will remember you, she said. That was enough. The agreement was signed. No victory parade. No celebration. Just distance. The alien fleets withdrew. Routes changed. Borders respected. Across the galaxy, a rule spread quietly. Never threatened human children. Years later, students sat in the same classroom. A teacher pointed at a screen. This is modern history, she said. A picture appeared. ARA. Standing calm. Smiling. Double quotes. Why do aliens avoid human schools? A child asked. The teacher smiled. Because one time, she said, they learned what humans become when pushed. Era watched from the window. Older. Now. Still calm. Still. Strong. Evan stood beside her. They call you a legend, he said. Era shook her head. No, she replied. I was just the answer. To what? Evan asked. Era looked at the children. At a desperate call, she said. Narrator, final powerful voice. He drew a knife in class. The Deathworld girl smiled and ended it. Not with death, not with fear, but by showing the galaxy why humans are never alone and never forgotten.